Hi everyone, it's Dean here. Well, here's a bit of fun. I had the camera out recording some tutorials today, and I thought it was about bloody time we had a bit of an update. So I have some notes here, and I'm going to fill you in on some stuff. So it was 27 August, no social media. I'm not sure what the date is today, but we've got to be 2 months away from that. And I want to tell you something really interesting. A bunch of you have already heard me talk about this. It feels fine. Yes, I miss a big chunk of the community. It's been really nice knowing how many, or noticing how many people have really jumped on the email database and bits and bobs. So we're still connecting that way. So that's been really nice. But having no Facebook or Instagram in my life for a couple of months has been initially challenging, but ultimately really, really rewarding. So I want to touch on a couple of things with you around that. The first thing, and then we'll sort of move on from social media, is I've kind of had this sort of feeling that because I'm going to still make content, if I create content that is really, really captivating, really high quality, really helpful or inspiring, people will share it to their social medias anyway. You're just not going to feel like I'm pushing it on you. So anyway, yeah, we're going to talk more about that later in another video or another set of tutorials that I'm creating. Let's have a chat about the School of Light. For those of you who subscribe to the YouTube channel, you'll notice that there's not been the main content that's been going up in these updates. That's mainly because I've been sorting my life out, deciding on some directions and bits and bobs. But one of the things that has come out of this whole thing is a real sort of understanding of what the next phase of my life, basically, the next part of my artistic life anyway, looks like. And I'll tell you a little bit about that. I have obviously stopped making light painting tools for the moment, and more on that later. But I'm not making any light painting tools, which means that there's going to be a real focus back on my other business. I have a stills and video production company and my wife's business. So my light painting world now is basically going to be focused on making awesome content and working on a couple of fine art projects over 2 years. We have a festival in South Australia called Sala, and I've got a project in line for 2023 Sala, and I'm thinking about 2024. So a real focus on that, and you'll be coming along on that ride with me, which I'm really excited about. The other thing with the School of Light is this. Now, for those eagle-eyed of you, you'll notice something. This is my workbench. This is where a lot of my stuff is. Over to the side here and over to the side there. This is my workspace. It is something I have been very, very protective of over the years for a whole lot of business reasons and a whole lot of IP reasons. We are about to have a whole bunch of fun in this room. The School of Light is going to become very, very focused on making light painting tools, tutorials that don't need to end in you buying something I've made. And again, there's an entire video on the creative process coming and talking about how my art and the work I create has had to be pretty safe, because at the end I've needed you to buy something, whether it's a tool or a workshop or whatever. Because there's no need for that anymore, things are about to get pretty loose for me. I'm about to start sort of really getting into creating work that means something to me, will make you feel something. But what it means is that I'm gonna be creating tutorials similar sort of quality to what I've been doing, but a lot more focused on the basics of light painting, how to make light painting tools that don't cost anything, all that sort of stuff. It's going to be very, very awesome and a little looser, a lot like this, me just having fun. I don't need to set up any fancy pants spaces, because I'll just put you on my workbench and we'll hang out there and make some stuff. But it's going to be fun. I don't know if you can see this. You might be able to see the word fun on there. There's going to be a lot of fun. Now let's talk about my fine art. I am fundamentally an artist. I like to think. I make images that people enjoyed outside and inside the light painting community, but they've always had to be safe. Again, more on that coming up in a video. I'm about to create a couple of bodies of work that I think will push the boundaries of my abilities, whether they progress light painting as an art form. I'm not really fussed, but they will fundamentally be around light painting still. But I wanna try and push some boundaries, personal boundaries. I want to make some art that challenges me, that challenges you, that challenges everyone who looks at it. But the cool thing is, I don't really care anymore if people like it. No one likes all art. It's going to come from here and here, and we'll see. I don't know. We'll look back. I did a presentation the other day at an event, and I talked about it like this. What I suggested is that for the last 10 years of my life, I have been completely giving of all of my knowledge, right? I've never held anything back, apart from how I make some of my light painting tools. But creatively, I've never held back. And it's kind of time for me now to go away and I've always talked about it as a toolbox. When you come to one of my workshops, I say you come in, you learn some stuff, and you leave with a toolbox of ideas and tricks and tips in order to progress your own work. Well, I'm going to go away now for a couple of years, and I'm going to refill up my own toolbox. I have literally up in these boxes over on the other side here. I'll show you over here. So up on these shelves up here, right? Literally, and there's lots and lots of them, literally are boxes where I have been putting projects aside because I just haven't had time, the mental capacity, or the onus to do them. Well, that's about to change. I am literally pulling down some of these boxes with projects in them and giving them heaps. And what will happen, I think, is at the end there'll be some work that is unsafe, risky, huge amount of fun, and I will have enjoyed making it. So that's happening. Look, I think it's a bit of an update. Look, fundamentally, I am feeling really strong. I have not felt this sort of confident in my... I have not felt this confident for a long time. I'm feeling very safe, moving away from social media on all sorts of levels. A lot of you, will probably feel the same. Has put me into a really good mindset. Initially, when I was feeling a bit down about, I do. My life is up and down. My mental health is up and down. And when I'm down the bottom and feeling rough, I often feel like quite brutal about it. It's like, well, no, it's not for you. It's for whatever. And quite punishing about it. Whereas right now, when I'm feeling really confident and good, a byproduct of me going away and focusing on making better, stronger, more focused work is that for those of you that want to just enjoy it for the artworks that they are, that's really positive. For those of you who have been with me for 10 years and want to advance your own work, you might take something from it as well. I feel sometimes it feels like I've been teaching the same stuff for a long time. So I'm going to go make some new stuff. You're going to get to know this room very well. I'm actually going to fire up the 360 camera and take you on a walk around the room and show you all the bits, how I live. This year I compressed down from having a whole building to everything being in this one room and a storage shed outside. But it's going to be fun. It is going to be fun. I promise you that. And I hope you come and join me. The funny thing is I don't need you to subscribe or do anything. If you join my email mailing list on the website, because I don't need to sell you anything. I'm still selling fine art prints, but because I don't need to sell you anything, my newsletters from here on in are just really going to be a link, as social media normally would be, are going to be a link to really positive, good stuff. I still have some commercial arrangements. OM Systems, formerly Olympus, are still very, very close partners of mine. I'm going to be really pushing the boundaries with that gear and having a massive amount of fun. Anyway, massive love. Let's go have some fun for a couple of years. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I want you to see a lot more of what's in here and here. Peace. I hope that there is some light in your life. If there isn't, let's see if we can't fill it. Peace.